News.mc on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on News.mc, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is John Velasarios. I'm a consultant and advisor, and you're watching News.mc on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The International University of Monaco and the Monégasque Association of Compliance Officers launched a new professional certification aimed at tackling financial crime on November the 6th. Introduced at a special event at Monte-Carlo, the program addresses key threats like money laundering, terrorism financing, weapons proliferation and corruption. Supported by Monaco's top financial authorities, the certification is designed for professionals outside the banking sector and aligns with international standards. It strengthens Monaco's commitment to compliance, transparency and ethical business, offering structured training in risk prevention and management to help protect the integrity of the Principality's financial ecosystem. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II has reaffirmed Monaco's climate commitments at COP30 on November 6th in Belém, Brazil. In a speech delivered during the first plenary session, the Prince Albert II pledged to double Monaco's international climate funding to developing countries by 2028 and announced a new national target to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 67.6% by 2035 compared to 1990 levels. The summit, hosted near the Amazon rainforest, has been framed as a turning point for the Global South, with Brazil launching a new fund to protect tropical forests. Prince Albert joined leaders, including President Lula and Prince William, in calling for stronger collective action. As the latest UN report warns of a potential 2.5 degrees Celsius temperature rise by the end of the century, the sovereign urged world leaders not to delay, stating that this COP must become a decisive moment for global climate action. A major oil spill simulation called Operation Romagepoul took place off the coast of Saint-Tropez on November the 6th, bringing together maritime authorities from Monaco, France and Italy. The large-scale training exercise tested coordination and responsiveness in the event of a major environmental disaster such as a tanker spill. Under the direction of the Mediterranean Maritime Prefecture, teams deployed aerial drones, pollution nets and coordinated media strategies to manage the mock crisis. While not all objectives were fully met, the drill successfully highlighted key areas for improvement. Monégasque authorities played an active role, reinforcing Monaco's ongoing commitment to regional cooperation and Mediterranean protection. The new sailing season began in the Principality with the Monaco Sports Boat Winter Series, held from November the 6th to 9th at the Yacht Club de Monaco. Now in its 12th edition, the regatta once again attracted top international J70 crews looking for competitive winter conditions and tactical training ahead of the spring calendar. The opening act brought together 25 teams from 7 nations, with Monaco's own 17-strong fleet performing strongly on home waters. Founded by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, the broader winter series once again served as a key lead-in to March's Primo Cup Trophée UBS, reaffirming Monaco's year-round status as a benchmark for elite-level sailing. In São Paulo, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II met with 10 young entrepreneurs at a special forum hosted by the Prince Albert II Foundation under the theme Building Tomorrow Together on November the 7th. Held at the Armando Álvares Penteado Foundation, the event focused on innovation, sustainability and global collaboration. The selected startups, led by passionate young changemakers, presented solutions to some of the planet's most pressing challenges, from biodiversity protection and access to clean water to large-scale ecological restoration. One standout project is using drones to plant up to 50 hectares of forest per day, dramatically accelerating reforestation efforts. Prince Albert engaged with each participant, listened to their ideas and praised their dedication. The session offered a platform for dialogue, mentorship and mutual inspiration, reinforcing Monaco's continued support for environmental action led by the next generation. The world's finest caviars were celebrated at the 2025 World Caviar Awards held at the Yacht Club of Monaco on November the 7th. With 80 entries from 20 countries, Switzerland's Una Caviar and Iran's Lofty Luxury Caviar dominated the farms category, while California, Canada and France also earned major accolades. In the merchants division, Swiss and French names led the pack, with Monaco's own Pack-Off securing a podium finish. Judged on taste, texture and ethics, the competition highlighted both craftsmanship and sustainability. Organisers confirmed the awards will return to Monaco in 2027, reinforcing its status as a capital of fine food. Heart failure was the central focus of the 36th International Day, organised by the Monaco Cardiothoracic Centre on November the 7th. Held at the Hôtel Hermitage, the event brought together leading cardiologists from Monaco, Paris, Marseille and beyond to exchange insights on this widespread and complex condition. Affecting over 1.5 million people in France alone, heart failure is a final common pathway for many cardiac diseases. The conference highlighted new treatment combinations and called for greater awareness of advanced therapies. Philosopher and former French Education Minister Luc Ferry was guest of honor, offering a powerful reflection on the symbolic and cultural significance of the heart. He also addressed the need for more organ donors, stressing the life-saving importance of choosing altruism over societal selfishness. While in São Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited the Ayrton Senna Institute on November the 8th to pay tribute to the legendary driver whose name is forever linked with Monaco. Senna famously won the Monaco Grand Prix 6 times, a record that still stands, earning him the title King of Monaco. During the visit, Prince Albert viewed a special exhibition featuring Senna's iconic 1987 helmet, his McLaren from 1993, and Monaco GP trophies. The Prince also learned more about the Institute's educational work, which has helped over 39 million children across Brazil since Senna's death in 1994. It was announced on November the 10th that Monaco's economy had reached a historic milestone in 2024, with its GDP surpassing 10.28 billion euros for the first time. This marks an 8.8% inflation-adjusted increase from 2023, continuing a strong post-pandemic recovery. Since 2015, Monaco's GDP has grown by nearly 53%, almost double global growth, and far outpacing the Eurozone and France. The figures confirm the Principality's exceptional economic dynamism on a global scale. On November the 11th, Monaco marked the commemoration of the 1918 armistice with solemn tributes to those who fell in the First World War. The day began with a moment of reflection at the monument of King Albert I of Belgium on Boulevard de Belgique, followed by a wreath-laying ceremony and prayers for peace at the Monaco Cemetery's War Memorial. National anthems were performed following the last post and a minute's silence. The day concluded with a reception at the French House, hosted by the French ambassador and attended by numerous Monegasque dignitaries, including the Minister of State. Monaco officially assumed the rotating presidency of the Pelagos Agreement during the 10th ordinary meeting of the parties held on the 12th of November. Isabel Rosa Brunetto, Director General of the Department of External Relations and Cooperation, accepted the role from France, reaffirming Monaco's deep commitment to marine protection. Initiated in 1999, the Pelagos Agreement is a trilateral pact between Monaco, France and Italy to safeguard marine mammals across nearly 90,000 square kilometers of the Mediterranean. The sanctuary hosts dolphins, fin whales, sperm whales and other species increasingly threatened by human activities, such as underwater noise, pollution and ship strikes. A high-level Slovak delegation met with the Monaco Economic Board at the Novotel on November the 12th in a forum focused on strengthening economic cooperation. The event included a business conference and business meetings aiming to forge new partnerships between Monegasque and Slovak companies across industries such as technology, logistics, printing and architecture. Monaco's niche luxury economy was highlighted alongside Slovakia's rapid growth and innovation potential. The meeting also referenced a successful past investment that created 250 jobs in Slovakia, with both sides expressing interest in renewed collaboration. On the sidelines, Monaco's Foreign Minister Isabel Bero Amadei held diplomatic talks with her Slovak counterpart. In a nail-biting EuroLeague clash, Partizan Mozart bet Belgrade edged out the Roka team 78-76 after nearly squandering a 20-point lead. Monaco stunned the Belgrade crowd with a 22-0 run in the fourth quarter, briefly taking the lead before Partizan regrouped in the final moments. Dwayne Washington led with 22 points, while Alexei Pokusevski added 17. Monaco's late rally, led by Mirotic and James, fell just short as Partizan snapped a 4-game losing streak in dramatic fashion. Red Star Belgrade outpaced the Roka team 91-79 in a lively EuroLeague clash on the evening of Thursday, November 13th, pulling away with a blistering fourth quarter. Red Star kept their nose in front from the start, mixing sharp shooting with stubborn defense, while Monaco blew hot and cold, never quite closing the gap despite a strong opening period. By the final stretch, Belgrade's momentum was too much, sealing a confident home win and leaving the Roka team chasing shadows. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is John Velasarios. I'm a consultant and advisor. I am originally from Canada, from Montreal. I was born there and grew up there and educated there. Also worked there for a number of years. And at the age of 27, I left Canada and moved to Europe. I did the usual educational system in Canada, but then I ended up studying electronics. I then went into computer science, and then I did a graduate degree in cryptography after that. When I moved to London, I moved in 1997, so many years ago now. I worked for Price Waterhouse at the time, so I joined Price Waterhouse and became PricewaterhouseCoopers afterwards. I spent 6 years there in a risk management group focusing on information security. So again, very technical topic, but I was working a lot with financial institutions, many banks, traveled a lot, did a lot of very interesting things during that time, and then afterwards I joined Accenture. I work with many central banks around the world on the topic of digital currency. So that's my role. I do a lot of other things, but that's my key sort of role, especially in the digital assets. Now stablecoins are a big topic, but the CBDC topic, the central bank digital currency topic, is a big area. It's an area that I've spent over a decade developing and building out. It has positioned me very well to be advising others around the world on this very big topic that'll take many years to implement. And so for us, for myself and for the work that I do, it's very easy to do it remotely for most of the time. And then when I need to be with clients, I travel and visit with them and do workshops with them and things like that. So it's a perfect role to do in a place like Monaco. It's a very interesting topic as well to develop further. When you look at the digital euro, which is being announced by Christine and Lagarde and from the ECB and sort of the plans that they have on rolling it out, it's a big topic. It will affect Europe in a very big way, and the European banks, consumers, and so on, and the merchants and the economy as a whole. I think people haven't realized the impact of this, I think, and including the banks as well. This whole topic covers economics, geopolitics, finance, technology, and also how we interact with money as well on a day-to-day basis. So very interesting to see how things develop further. AI has been around for a while, I think, in terms of the technology behind it, and also the advancements behind it have been accelerating at pace. I think it's solving some very specific problems. I think that people are using it every day now, and I think it's becoming part of our day-to-day interaction with technology, and also with a number of things that we're sort of inquiring about and developing stuff and things like that. I think clearly there are positive benefits for how it can help us and help society in general, but I think it's how we balance it. It's like any technology, any innovation, we need to be able to sort of contain it and constrain it and manage it in the right way. The challenge, of course, is that many sort of countries and companies and so on, it's a race for them. Who can build a better AI system to do the most things at the end of the day? And I think that's where it can run sort of into dangerous hotspots, I think, which we need to be very careful about. I see the benefits of this technology, I think, in terms of metaverse and augmented reality systems for specific industrial, medical applications, I think, and for scientific applications. I think those things, it makes perfect sense. I think because, even telemedicine and things like that can help people in remote areas, or things where you don't want to send a human down in a dangerous spot. You can do things with these kind of augmented tools and so on. It's interesting to see how much also that has progressed. I think it'll be part of the technology of the future, but I don't see people living in this VR, virtual reality, metaverse bubbles. I don't think that's something that is a reality, I think. We wanted to be in Europe, so that was one of the things that for us was very important. The sea, we always live near somewhere where there's water, so we love the sea. The Mediterranean is beautiful, so that was also very important for us. Mountains are very close by, also very important, because growing up in Canada, and we had a lot of mountains there as well, so we liked the combination of both. In addition to that, it just felt very comfortable being here. So coming here, visiting was one thing, but once we started living here, we realized at the beginning it's always, you never really know, but it became more and more comfortable living here. It feels like a great place to live. It is a great place to live. And coming back here is always a very comforting thing. It's close to everything you want to. I mean, from an international travel perspective, Nice Airport, you can go anywhere quickly. I don't see any other place to be at the moment. You never know, but our plan is to, stay here for as long as we can.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.mc and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Riccardo Giraldi, founder of Giraldi Group. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.